एंड गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी। मैं मूव पे हूँ और मार्केट का जो मूव था उसने तो आज बहुत लोगों को बहुत जगह से मूव कर दिया होगा। पोर्टफोलियो भी हमारा बहुत हद तक साउथवर्ड डायरेक्शन में मूव कर चुका है। अब ये कितना साउथवर्ड डायरेक्शन और जाना है और क्या-क्या चीजें और हम देख सकते हैं या देखने को मिलेंगी। तो चलिए हमारा वीकली रिचुअल, वीकली राउंड अप, लेट्स ब्रिंग AK in and see as to what he has in store for us. Uh, I have
Hi,
only one single thing for you.
tell me.
आज खुश तो बहुत हो गए तुम।
नहीं 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 मैं खुश नहीं हूँ मैं बिल्कुल I never am happy when investors are losing money, that is for sure.
But then what you predicted last week has actually gone right in just 2 days time.
अभी अभी what to do, I could see, I could really see it coming. एक आप देखिए जिस तरह से अनसर्टेनिटी क्रिएट हुई है पूरे दुनिया में,
Hmm.
डे डे टू डे there are statements from President Trump that this tariff, that tariff, everything is there. The kind of
Right.
uncertainty that is created, it is now looking at, see, it is one thing that चीजें 10% महंगी हो जाएंगी या सेल्स पे जरा इम्पैक्ट आएगा उसका. अदर द broader impact over here is that emerging markets and all their currencies are going to get thrashed against the dollar if these things come in place. Okay, this ये तो बात हो गई emerging markets की. Secondly, इसका जो negative impact होगा US markets पे और US पे, extremely high inflation. It is a extremely consumer based economy. जो प्रोडक्शन बेस्ड में स्लाइटली टिल्ट करेगी, तो इट विल बिकम एन एक्सट्रीमली काइंड ऑफ अ मेस्ड अप सिचुएशन इकोनॉमिकली in US. If you notice this week, we had a solid beating in the Dow Jones also. And India as a market is not singled out this week. If you notice, you take Hong Kong, you take China, you take any market, any emerging market, and you take US itself. All markets have taken the beating. So I believe what is being feared is a disruption in global economic order. डेफिनेटली वो अगर उस डायरेक्शन में थोड़ा पॉलिसीज पे थोड़ा हाउ डू आई से थोड़ा एक मेल डाउन आएगा या मेलो डाउन आएगा, मतलब अभी तो राइट नाउ द पॉलिसीज और द अनाउंसमेंट्स दैट मिस्टर ट्रम्प इज मेकिंग इज एक्सट्रीमली हार्श, सीमिंगली हार्श. अगर उसमें थोड़ा रोल बैक्स या थोड़ा कंसिडरेशन के साथ थोड़ा कुछ ऐसा आएगा, तो वी कैन सी सम बिट ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट ग्लोबली. ये तो हो गई ग्लोबल बात. Now we talk about India. See, last week I told you that the markets are technically extremely weak, and I do not see a trigger in the coming week, which was true. कोई trigger नहीं था इस week में. In fact, this week markets have gone down beyond my expectation also. I did not expect two black days in a single week. Monday was terrible, and then after to some sort of stability or the markets actually made the traders believe that थोड़ा सा स्मॉल रेंज बाउंड है तो साइडवेज मूवमेंट है, तो हो सकता है कि ये सपोर्ट लेवल पे it will stabilize and maybe bounce back. But I've been speaking to traders, a lot of traders who are, bullish in nature. They are not even expecting it to bounce back. They are now of the opinion कि भाई रुक जाए किसी तरह, ऊपर ना जाए ना सही, नीचे ना जाए, इतनी बुरी हालत हो गई है. तो वो है, तो वो जो आपने अगर ट्यूसडे और थर्सडे का चार्ट देखे, तो 50 एक पॉइंट में निफ्टी पूरा रहा है 2 दिन, एंड देर इज नो मूवमेंट. बट कल वंस द एक्सपायरी वाज ओवर, टुडे today was a complete shocker for me. In fact, I was quite hopeful. I believe ये आपको याद होगा सुबह मैंने आपसे बात की थी, तो I was also quite hopeful that this 250 points cut on the new series in the March, I think this will they will reverse it, because पहले भी हमने नोटिस किया है कि bear trap create हो जाता है, but that did not happen. In fact, it just kept getting deeper and deeper in the in the day. So yeah, that further strengthens my view of this not being a great time. Plus, up, things happen that when markets are going down, people are only talking negative. So now, what I'm hearing is there is a lot of redemption pressure that mutual funds are having. I read somewhere that February auto sales will not be as promising as what we have seen. We are yet to see the data. I think by tomorrow or day after maximum वो data आ जाएगा, तो वो हम जज कर सकते हैं. बट ये दो तीन चीज से सारे पेसिमिज्म वाले न्यूज फ्लो आने लग गए हैं. It will be interesting to see DII, see FII figures have been extremely bad. In fact, uh, this year it looks like we'll be closing FII sell off with a approximately 4 lakh crore FY 2025. In fact 3.9 हो चुका है और हमारे पास एक ही महीना है. तो अगर ये सेल ऑफ कंटिन्यू रहा तो 4 लाख करोड़ के ऊपर ही सेल ऑफ रहेगा FII का. So that is one thing. Secondly, it is the week coming ahead, we are going to see a lot of data coming in the week. So there is going to be GST figure. There is going to be your mutual fund SIPs figure. उससे पता चलेगा क्या रिडेम्पशन प्रेशर है नहीं है एक्सेट्रा. देन देयर इज गोइंग टू बी इन्फ्लेशन फिगर. ये सारे डेटा पॉइंट्स विल बी की टू वॉच आउट फॉर. उस पर काफी कुछ डिपेंड करेगा कि वेयर द मार्केट इज टेकिंग टर्न. Purely looking at the chart, I was looking at the chart. In fact, I have this in front of me. 22,125 is the closing this week, which is obviously the weekly lowest point of the week. Uh, Intraday, of course, we touched 105. 20 पॉइंट ऊपर ही बंद हुआ है, तो दैट इज नॉट अ थिंग. बट लोअर लो अगर देखा जाए, we have scope of another 150 points of correction from here in the lower low. If we break 21,980 on the lower side, I am expecting next little support at 21,880 levels. It's only 100 points away from there, but it marks a very important level. This was the level on 4th of June, जिस दिन इलेक्शन के रिजल्ट्स आए थे, if you remember. And because exit polls were saying 400 points plus BJP, and BJP could not get that, there was a massive fall in the market, if you remember. तो वो जो फ्रीक फॉल था वो आप समझिए वो 21,880 में वो हुआ था. सो अभी तक हमने तब से अभी तक ब्रीच नहीं किया है वो लेवल. सो आई विल रेस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ होप ऑन दोज लेवल्स. बट अभी मैं इस लेवल पे 22,125 पे मैं आपको फॉल्स होप नहीं दूंगा. डोंट बी सरप्राइज्ड इफ मंडे यू सी अनदर 100 पॉइंट डाउन opening. It is possible. And over the next week, again, if we don't see some serious buying coming in, we cannot say that this levels will not come. 21,880 levels, it is very much in the offing.
So, how do we take it? Do we take it like this, that next week we should just hope that 21,880 levels are protected, And if that thing happens, are we somewhere near the bottom of the market, or do you see more of correction coming in times to come?
Uh, Rachit, I'll put it this way. Let us not fish for the bottom. uh, I see a lot of pain now out. In fact, fundamentally speaking, also a lot of top end stocks, blue chip stocks have come to a reasonably decent valuation. मतलब इस वीक itself अगर बात करें तो TCS had hit a 52-week low. Some of these banks, top level banks, HDFC, ICICI, Axis, SBI, they are all kind of come at a very very reasonable valuation. So I don't see why a fundamentally inclined long term investor will be tempted to stay out of this market. मतलब जिसने I agree trader might be afraid to put in money in this market because it's volatile and it's going down every week. But if I'm someone who puts in money with a 1 year 2 year kind of a horizon, and if I have seen 850 900 rupees on a state bank, तो मैं आज इस भाव में क्यों नहीं लूंगा? मैं 402 रुपए में 405 रुपए में आईटीसी क्यों नहीं लूंगा? TCS, I have seen the stock maintain above 4,000 rupees for most of last year. I have seen HDFC at 1,800 rupees almost.
So
So
does that mean that are we somewhere near, and the buying interest of at least the fundamental investors
yes,
would.
yes, I believe so. I believe so. We are approaching prices which, to put it clear, we are approaching attractive valuations for long-term investments.
But does that really mean that FIA selling will stop if the valuations become attractive, or there?
No, no, I do not. I do not say that. By no means you can say this is going to affect that. ये सिर्फ
So
ये
in
है.
that case,
रचित ये मैं let me put this very clear. Today at this price, I find State Bank to be reasonably valued, or ITC to be reasonably valued. So it is my objective. If I have 1 lakh rupee to put in, I will put in these and wait. Now, have I gotten the bottom? No. Will I make money on this? Yes. So I am advising everyone, if you are put it with a year plus time horizon in mind, and not not something like a इस क्वार्टर में मेरे को निकालना है या वैसे माइंडसेट से नहीं. वो ट्रेडर माइंडसेट वाला अभी आया भी नहीं है टाइम to go in for it. And it will take a little time, because if you see, small and mid cap are extremely hit, and these are the stocks which will take maximum time to recover.
got it. So should we summarize it like this, that the week coming forward, we should just closely watch 21,880 levels. If it gets a support somewhere near that, then there is a possibility that market might get into a phase of consolidation. And also, for long, from medium term to long term investors, it is the advice that they should do their value hunting, and whatever reasonable valuations that they're getting now, they should start investing in a staggered manner.
Yes, agreed.
चलिए, तो इस वीकली राउंडअप में हमने इन्वेस्टर्स को भी कवर किया है. यूजुअली हम ट्रेडर्स की बात ही करते थे, मगर मार्केट ने हालात ऐसे दिखा दिए हैं कि अब इन्वेस्टर्स की भी हम बात करने लग गए हैं. As always, it was amazing talking to you and learning from you as to how should we see the markets next week. Hopefully, we'll see you again next week. And why I'm saying this, hopefully, because bulls like me are getting beaten down every day. So I'm just hoping that next week it turns out to be relatively more reasonable for people like us. And then we'll get back and learn from you as to where should we see the markets heading from now.
None, none.
Thank you. Have a happy weekend.
थैंक यू, हैप्पी हैप्पी वीकेंड।